Alrighty, what is up everyone? Today is September 25th, 2018, and today was once again another very good day on the market. Like I said in yesterday's video lesson, I was swinging CEI overnight and it hit a high of around 70 cents and my average price was around 42 cents, so that netted me a very nice win. I sold here in pre-market, made very nice profits there, but then I got a bit overzealous. I was hoping that having the breakout over 73 cents would make it run further, so I bought that breakout. Thankfully I was able to leave the position really fast once it hit my stop loss, but you know, just one of those issues that I have sometimes when you have a huge profit on the day. Usually I'm willing to have a bit more risk, and that ends up with kind of sloppy trades. I should have known that on CEI, just the fact that this one had this massive panic down to the low $half range. Once it bounced right up with no resistance, I should have known that having that big of a move, it wouldn't actually break out. But of course, it was in the moment. I saw the breakout and I wanted to buy some shares. So on that one, I did take a small loss, but overall, I netted a nice profit. So here's the trade on Thinkorswim. You can see there's where I bought the breakout over this level, the 42-cent mark. I took some profits here at like just around the $half mark. I took some more profits here, and then I took off the last profit just at 70 cents. And you can see here's where I bought back in. All these is where I bought back in, and then I hop back out right here. So overall, it was still a very nice win in this trade. But one of the main things that I have to remind myself every single time is that whenever I'm looking at the breakout, always look at how much you've already ran, how much the price has already bounced. In this case, the price already bounced over 30%, which means that there's gonna be a lot more profit takers, a lot more people who are gonna be selling. So once you see the resistance, it's not gonna be a huge breakout move, but rather it's gonna be a period where everyone's selling, and then it becomes a fake out breakout, and then you turn into those other people who say, oh my gosh, every single time I buy, the stock drops. Well, you have to look at every single scenario, and of course, always have a plan for your trade. And if you don't know where you're going to hop out of the trade and cut the loss, you're not trading correctly. So that was CEI, and essentially the whole like basis of this morning was that we would be seeing a lot of these energy stocks going on big rallies. So here's my watch list that I post every single day within my chat room. It says that the momentum seems like it's moving away from the weed sector into the oil sector. So my watch list had GBR, PED, CEI, YUMA, OGEN, and TGC. And the reason why I had these on my watch list is because they all had very strong closes the day before, yesterday. But then at market open today, they all kind of just fell flat on their face. CEI did absolutely nothing. GBR was being heavily shorted. This was like a quick morning spike, but then it had massive resistance here, and then it just fell back down. So then traders looked to see, okay, where else is there volume? And yesterday in after hours, we had JAGX drop news that I mean, like it was pretty BS news, I gotta say. It was pretty BS news. I'm actually surprised it ran on this, but it essentially said that the company may receive payments of up to 18 million. Look at the keyword may get payments, so it's not even guaranteed. But it didn't really matter because traders bought this up, and yesterday in after hours, this ran from 65 cents and hit a high of $1.20. This thing doubled, straight doubled in 18 minutes, which is, you know, mind-boggling. But then that gave us a nice basis for levels of support and resistance. So the level of resistance was around 126, 127-ish right there, and the level of support was around 90 cents. It's very simple drawing the trend lines. If you don't know how to do that, I have so many videos guiding it, but essentially you just have to open up a bunch of charts, look at levels where the price stopped, and look at the prices where levels bounced, and draw horizontal lines there and see if they act up later as true levels of support and resistance. You can see here in this case they did perfectly. When JAGX opened up, it had a dip down to this 91-cent area, and then it just squeezed and shot up to a high of $1.80. Once we hit $1.80, where did it drop down to? $1.27 just about. Now, it's not an exact science, but it's, I mean, you can think of levels of resistance and support, like not like a price, but an area. And essentially how you could play this dip by using 127 as your support is you just have 5 different orders, and you have them like spread out above that price, because you don't know exactly how much the stock is going to drop, but you do know that you want to use that level as your risk. So keep your orders around that area, and if it drops like right down to 127, cool, you get all your size. If it drops to 135, okay, you only get half size, but that's fine. You don't have to go a huge size in with every trade, and let the trade and let the prices come to you. So JAGX, that's essentially how I was playing it. I just bought this dip right here in the 120s, and I took my profits once we broke out of 180 and then $2. Very, very, very simple stuff. It's the same stuff that I preach every single day. Look at my past video lessons, look at my Instagram, my Twitter. It's all the same patterns, just using the levels of support and resistance to buy and sell the stock. Don't have to overcomplicate it with 1,000 different indicators. I know in the past I did use the 20 EMA, the 200 moving average, the Bollinger Bands, and all that stuff. And you can use that if you want, but recently it just seems like, to me personally, I don't need all that stuff. All I really care about is where is the support and where is the resistance. Now you can see I also have the VWAP, and the reason why we have VWAP on the chart is because it's one of the most popular indicators. So it's useful to have that on there, because we have seen more often than not it does act up as support and resistance in many instances. So yeah, that was essentially the only really main stocks I traded today. Now I do know that, I mean, there were so many trashy chat rooms who were trading this one. Where is it? EDRY. So many just terrible, disgusting, the so-called mentors and gurus who are pumping up EDRY into their chat room, having their followers buy after them. And in fact, the only reason why I know this is because like I have access into these chat rooms, because it's useful to see like what they're pumping and what they're not pumping. One of these chat rooms was telling all of his members, okay, I just bought the breakout at $9. Everyone market order in. Buy, buy, buy. Use market orders especially. And the reason why they say use market orders is because it had a micro float, had terribly low volume. Like right here at this point had like 90,000 shares traded overall. And when you market order, you buy on the ask, which just makes the price jump higher and higher. So, I mean, all I really want to like tell you guys is that if you are joining a chat room where the person gives out live alerts, just be cautious, because the reason why they're giving out live alerts is because they want you to buy after them, and that makes them almost never lose. Because I mean, how can you really lose when you have 2,000 people buying the stock after you and you can just dump your shares onto them? It's almost a guaranteed win every time, and that's why these chat rooms have these like ridiculous win rates of like 90-95%. It's because they're pumping and dumping and they're unloading their shares onto you, the people who you pay money to even join the chat room. So one, they're getting money because you're joining the chat room, and two, they're making money because they're using you like to win their trades. And then you know what happens to you. You learn nothing about trading and you lose all your money. So if you want to join a real chat room where we do not give out live alerts and we give out our plan and our process and our mindset of how we trade so you can become a self-sufficient trader, then click the link down below and you can check it out. If you have any questions, you can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube as well. I'm happy to answer any questions. And yeah, I mean, honestly, it just really bothers me how these chat rooms like to have these nice like Lamborghinis and McLarens, and they say, oh, in the past 2 years, like I made $2 million and you can too. Be cautious of that. Trading is not as easy as it seems, and don't use it as a way to get rich quick. So that's just my quick little rant for you at the end for anyone who's watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you guys enjoyed this, please leave a like, leave a comment down below if you have any questions or like requests for future videos, and be sure to hit the subscribe button so you're notified for any future video. When I break the big number that's coming up, I'm going to be giving out a bunch of memberships and stuff like that. So to make sure that you help us break the 50,000 mark for subscribers. Alrighty guys, thank you all so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.